Welcome to Jake on the Lake. Today I'm paddling Lake Ovid. Lake Ovid is a beautiful no-wake lake close to St. John's. If you have the recreation passport for Michigan, you are all set. You can get in and come paddling here. It is a beautiful area. It is almost completely natural. There's a beach area, there's a dam down at the other end, opposite of the way I'm pointing right now, up at the north end. That lets into the Little Maple River. The dam is, I don't know what to call it. I don't know what the different types of dams. It's a funky dam. There's like an outlet thing that is protected, so you don't have to worry about getting sucked into it. But otherwise, it's a no worry area. It's absolutely beautiful. Ah, yes, the sun is coming out. There's ample parking. They have a couple of vault-style bathrooms. There's a couple cool places to get out. There are 3 awesome islands. Over here we have the small island. There's I don't know what to call it, an unwrapped sort of lean-to of logs. We'll check it out when we're over there. Off in the middle here, we have the large natural island. This one is a little bit harder to get up onto. I've never actually been onto it, but today I think we're going to check it out. Over further here to my left is the biggest of the islands. This island is just separated from the main coast by a thin channel. There is a walkway that you can, if you feel like walking in the park, you can absolutely take this walkway over. We're definitely going to check out this island. We're going to check out the channel and the bridge. Right now the channel is a little low, but we had a torrential storm last night, so I'm hoping that it's a little bit higher, maybe like a quarter of an inch. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. The sun is starting to poke out. I see some blue right over there. As my grandma would say, probably inappropriately, because most of her sayings were inappropriate. There's enough blue to make a Dutchman's britches. I guess Dutchmen aren't... Well, that's a lot of blue. When you look at that, that's like 20,000 miles of blue. Okay, not 20,000, but, you know, square miles of blue up there. And I don't know if she was saying that Dutchmen are rotund, or because she always seemed to point it out to little teeny patches of blue, maybe like that one. I don't know if it was that, yeah, for her, if Dutchmen were rotund or scantily clad. I kind of think it was her creepy, like, scantily clad Dutchman fantasy, but I'll ask her next time I talk to her. The world needs to know. All right, back on to paddling. Oh, the sun is shining down like beams straight in front of me here on this line of trees. Paddle to that area. See if we can get a little sun. Oh, look over here. It's starting to clear up. That's the fun thing about Michigan is this morning when I left, it was pretty sunny. Got cloudy. Now it looks like we're coming back for patches of blue. We'll see. It'll change in 5 minutes. One of the things I love most about this lake, it's a dammed up river, basically. It lets into the Little Maple River over on the north side. There are tons of little folds, little points, little things to get around. You're never bored on this lake if you're following the coastline. I've been to Lake Lansing, that is basically a smooth cut, concreted edge lake, and it is not as interesting to paddle around, plus it's full of people. Here, again, it's a no-wake lake, so you'll get people out in motorized fishing boats, but there's nothing to worry about. Yesterday, it was windy. Yesterday was really windy and I was getting some waves, and I was really hoping it would be the same today because it was a fun paddle, but it's looking just like regular wind. The lake bottom here is almost completely natural, so there's going to be a lot of growth underneath, but I'm going to show you a couple cool places you can get out and swim if you would like. well, one extra cool place that I know of over by the little island. It's pretty sweet, but we'll get there. Lake Ovid is full of these little teeny glens that just, you can paddle in, take a little rest, get a little shade. I'm going to show you one of my favorite ones when we get up to it. Just coming around the corner now on the south side of Lake Ovid. This is the inlet here. There's a little pond on the other side that I've never paddled in, and further up a little creek runs into the pond. It may be the Little Maple River, but I'm not sure. Google Maps is not being super cooperative. Sometimes Google Map will show you the river and you can zoom in all you want, but you can't find the river name until you find where it is along the river, and sometimes it can be many miles up. It's a little aggravating at times. Aggravating. The free service that gets me where I need to be often and shows me so many cool things. It's so aggravating. This bridge is not possible to paddle under. I would definitely not recommend it. It is super low clearance. I doubt even the bow of my boat would fit under. Let's go check. Let's go bump that bridge and see how close it is. I got all day. Well, I got until 3 o'clock. Yeah, super low bridge. My bow is going to bump that. But this is where it lets in. And in about 25 minutes. Oh, it goes under. Oh, nice. Try to get it right out again. No. Okay. Did not want those bolts scraping the top of my boat. I bet there was a better way I could have done that. The world may never know. All right. So I'm going to paddle out of this area and show you guys one of my favorite views of Lake Ovid. Just look at that, completely natural. Lake Ovid is about 2 miles long this way. Oh, I see another fishing boat out straight in front of me. Ways off. It's just fantastic. One of the great things about Lake Ovid here, even if it is windy, there are so many flips and folds of the shoreline that you can see over here that it just comes in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Everything can be sheltered if you want. So if you're paddling, if you decided to paddle Lake Ovid and it's a windy day and you're just not a super confident paddler, you can still paddle along the shoreline and feel pretty comfortable. There have been times when it's very windy, when I've had waves probably about this high. Those can be a little bit daunting. The first time I ever came out here, it was like that, and I made it all the way around and thought, oh, I did 5 miles. Anyway, now I'm gonna go around at least 2 times, probably 3 times. I'm really hoping for some wind to pick up and give me some awesome waves, but we'll see. All right, this is where I feel like Lake Ovid actually starts and where I feel like I'm actually going to start paddling. Following the edge of the lake on my GPS, I can usually get about 5 miles. Oh, hey, something jumped. I can usually get about a little over 5 miles. Google wants to tell you it's 6 around the edge of the lake. GPS wants to tell you it's more like 5 1/3. So, yeah. This lake is fairly shallow. A lot of times you can get out towards the middle and still see the weeds coming up from the bottom. You can still reach down and touch in a lot of spaces. Out towards the between the bigger islands, it's not the case. I would use caution. Out towards the north end as well, there are some places where it gets fairly deep. In my last video, I had made my own boom with the aid of a video that I saw online. I'll put a link to that video in the description. I forget the guy's name, but it was a GoPro boom and it worked great. The last video I had, I just loved the different views, the side views, the front view, the view facing myself. I broke it in that video from my own laziness of not getting out of the boat to switch it. I have the track right here, and it's just a little too far for me to reach to unscrew the tension. So I was just grabbing it and moving it around. I don't think I showed that part in the video. But yeah, grabbing it, moving it around, and I snapped a plastic piece. I was a little bit upset. Starting to get a little wind, just a teeny bit though. It's not enough to get excited about. Coming around, if I turn here, this is the dock that we put in at over here. The natural island is straight in front of me. I'm coming up quick on the small island. See somebody out fishing between the islands. Oh, there's someone. Come on, wind. Look at all the sun we're getting here too. So happy. There's a heron. We're gonna annoy him. Alright. See if I can. Oh, no. He's taking off. I was gonna see if I could switch to cinematic mode. There he goes. Beautiful herons, beautiful birds. But yeah, I was 40 yards away when he took off. Skittish birds. The geese, they just stare at you. They're like, what? Sometimes they move away a little bit when you get real close. I've had some geese just sit there and stare. I got some really good pictures of a goose recently. She was just standing around, had a tracking thing on her leg, a little metal band. There's a point straight ahead of me with sort of a sandy side. That's where I had lunch yesterday. The little island, which I'm hoping to have lunch on today, was occupied. And so that's the way it goes. It's like you have to put your name in, rent out the little island. Everybody loves it. Share it with you. There's a guy out fishing right around it today. One thing to keep in mind about this lake, it feels completely natural. It feels completely like you're alone, but there are trails leading all along the waterfront area. You will always have the potential to look over and see somebody walking their dog. So just something to keep in mind if you decide that you're completely alone in nature and have to sing or whistle or say silly things to the camera. Oh, I've spotted the first fawn. Alright, we're gonna skip some of this. I'm gonna paddle up slow. Alright. It is straight in front of my boat here. I'm gonna see if I can change to cinematic mode. That usually helps out a little bit. Okay. We are sneaking up on this fawn here. I apologize, I switched to cinematic mode and I'm going to try to not yank you guys around too much. I know... Oh, there's two. Oh, man. They're not going to let me get very close. They've already looked up a couple times. Oh, there they are again. Checking me out. Just there on the edge of the water. I'm trying to get closer as slowly as possible. Yeah, I can see white spots on the one whose side is facing me. And that's what they say. Awesome. I'm gonna watch that real quick. Alright, I came over to the shore to watch that video of the deer and found our first treasure of the day. It is a white claw that looks like it has been torn open by an animal. There's another good reason not to litter. That looks like something tore it open. It doesn't look like human fingers did that, and so I'm guessing some wildlife got to it. And whoever left that maybe tore up some animal's paw. So yeah, I hope you're watching this. Probably not. I don't care. I will. It's just nature. What do we need it for? Coming around on this sandy point here, I love this place. This is a great spot to stop and grab some lunch. Up on the top of this little point, somebody has carved a little flat spot, and you can sort of sit and just look out. It's kind of fantastic. I ate my lunch there yesterday. It keeps on going around this corner. It's not quite as easy to get out around the corner. There's a bunch of super close rocks, but yeah, you can pull your boat right up here, sit and enjoy the view. This is a great view of the small island. I'm gonna turn around. Small island's right over here. Looks like we have another paddler on the lake. That makes me happy. I love seeing paddling. Come out, come out. It's worth it. Great exercise, great smells, great feeling. I've lost 40 pounds paddling, so I can recommend it even as weight loss. Oh, I see a piece of treasure. This is why it takes me forever to get around this lake. I refuse to let it be nasty. Oh, is it just a leaf? False alarm, it's just a leaf. Alright. The water was hitting it and making it reflect, and I thought it was plastic. Oh well. Alright, we're coming up on a cool little inlet area. It's a small little inlet. I don't even know if I'm using the right terms. This is what I call it. I am sorry, I need to look this up. This is my favorite thing about having a video editor. Just flash out the right term. Learn as I go. Learn as I go. I feel like that's my whole life. I'm 42, and it's all learn as I go. This is a nice little peaceful inlet. I really like this one. I'm just coming out of the wind, and here I am. It's just a nice little natural area. This again is another spot where the baby ducks and geese come in the spring. I try to leave them alone and avoid it in the spring. But today they have all moved on. Oh, there's another heron. And I have it all to myself. If this were a video game, I would get an item for a quest here. Yeah, I like this spot. I would say this is my second favorite spot. There's one that has a little bit more personal meaning to me, but here I am. It's just a beautiful little inlet. Another thing, this is one of those spots where there will be someone right over here the moment you decide to start singing to yourself or talking to yourself or talking to the ducks or whatever, because again, there are paths all around the shore, and it may look like complete wild over here, but right behind this first hedge of trees is a path. So yeah, if you are prone to embarrassment, keep it in mind. Okay, I'm back out. When I turn around, this is another one of my favorite views on this lake. Worth paddling in to this area just to see this view. It's just a natural tree corridor. It is beautiful. I love this lake. Yeah, you would think you're on a small pond right here. And you come around the corner and it's huge. Paddle through some duckweed on the way back. That's alright. A little duckweed never hurt anybody. Don't tell that to the duck's parents, who OD'd on duckweed. It's not like regular weed. It's not like the weed you guys used to smoke when you were young. Alright, that got weird. Alright, next stop, observation point. There's a cool observation point, a deck that comes way out into one of the little sections of this lake. You get to see around a nice natural area, and I always think it's funny because there are always larger birds hiding just outside the view. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. Oop, I just got a text you a message. Check it in a minute. Here is the observation area. Okay, it looks like there are people out there today, so I'm not going to get super close in. But this dock comes out, and on the other side of it, there is a little marshy area, which is kind of just hidden off from the view of this dock. But in that little marshy area, that's where all the large birds hang out. Let's see if we can get some shots of them hunting. Oh, looking for it. There he goes. Alright, so I just spooked that heron that's straight in front of me, about to land again. We're going to avoid him the second time around. But I'm about to go around the point in front of me. After this point will be the beach. Okay, so here we are. We've come around the corner of this point, and I'm starting to see the beach here. The heron is off in a little shady spot over here to my right. It's eyeballing me, kind of suspicious, so I'm going to come wide. Usually when I go up the beach, I follow straight ahead to this area. This way I can avoid the entire swimming area and just not creep out people who are standing around. If I do need to go swim, I come around and I follow this shore to on the right hand side. If you follow on the right hand side, there's a great little spot you can pull your boat up that is out of the way of the beach, out of the way of the swimmers. There are a couple other kayaks there that look like rental kayaks, so I'm thinking that that is an actual kayak launch, or perceived as one. Look at that heron. Like, I'm not even very close and he's already taken off. Whatever, bro. So yeah, watch your anxiety, buddy. Yeah, so yeah, the beach. All right, I'm just coming past the beach area here. There's another heron on the point by me. Maybe the same heron. I think he just wants to be chased. I swear this heron is going for the thrills. I read one time that they think squirrels run out in front of cars sometimes for the thrill, like the death-defying, you know, roller coaster feeling. I think this heron over here is doing the same. Like, he keeps coming down in front of me and then flying off as soon as I come around. Let's see if we can get a little cinematic of him. Nope, no cinematic of that heron. Took off before I could switch it over. So we're coming around the second side of the beach here. There's another little sandy spot right here. There is often people hanging out here with their dogs, and I think that's perfectly fine. Like, I think that's what the sign up there is saying. Oh, yep, there's a dog. Okay, and people, I'm gonna not record them because blurring them out is not my favorite thing of video editing. It's cool when it gets when you get it working, but it's a little bit of a time suck. Not that bad. They actually make it way easier than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, back to lake. All right, we're coming up now on the dam. I'm gonna turn the boat so we can see it a little bit easier. The concrete drain is right over this way. I'm gonna follow this shoreline around, and at that far side over there, there's gonna be a little rest spot that I absolutely love. And let's get to it. I'm gonna see how fast I can get there. Okay. Speed time. Here's what we're gonna do for speed time. Turn on the GPS. I don't usually use my GPS on Lake Ovid because I know how far it is, but I want to see how fast I can get up to my spot from here. Alright, let's start recording. 0 miles per hour. Keep the phone out so I can check it as soon as I get there. Okay, ready, set, go. And the weeds are slowing me down now. And gotta pass this little clod of dirt. And now I'm in. All right. How far, how fast? Stop our recording. Good times. It's just fun. 7 minutes. 7-minute sprint. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a water break. I'm sweaty. Let the sweat come off a little bit. Maybe reuse some sunscreen in a bit. But this is just a great spot to sit and relax. Pull up my skeg. Get out of this duckweed. Just another beautiful view of the lake. All right, happy rest area. Got some water, break time's over. Let's continue paddling. I just want to show you this little area. The water's fairly deep. There are weeds directly below. It's just absolutely beautiful. I don't know if the camera will capture it, but you can see fish swimming below, just hanging out in little sets of weeds. The water is a little bit dark here from tannins from the trees, but still fantastic. Beautiful place to paddle. The wind's at my back now. It's nice, it's very peaceful. When you're paddling into the wind, you can often hear it blowing around your hat or whatnot. Now, it's just quiet. Quiet plus me. Alright. Directly ahead of me, we can see the point of the mainland and then the island off to the further left. We're going to be coming up and we're going to be going on the inside of the island. On the inside, I'm expecting quite a bit of wind, but it actually might be really nice today. Yeah, the wind is blowing in a slightly odd direction, so I'm thinking if it's coming like this, I'm going to have an easy time paddling out the rest of the channel between the island and the mainland. Oh, also, hidden gem. Let's see if I can turn around quick. Directly ahead of me now are two wooden posts. I'm going to see if I can get a better look into this. These wooden posts are one of the campgrounds that you can rent, the rustic ones. It is not currently in use. I keep wanting to rent it out. Some beautiful flowers. There's a fire pit. There's a place. There's a great tent area. I have seen this in use multiple times. It's not in use today, but this is just one of the places you can camp around Lake Ovid. It's just beautiful. I want to camp and then come paddling early in the morning. Ooh, maybe I'll do that. Oh, hey, more paddlers. Some more paddlers just came through the channel. So I'm just happy to see people out. I love seeing people out here. Come out, whoever you are. Coming up to the point on the mainland here now. I can see the island straight in front of me. Right in front of me is a bench that I see occupied often. People set up a fishing gear, a little picnic for themselves, and sit in that spot most of the day. I have, on some trips, come out and pass the same people 3 times here at this island. Before I get up to the bench, I'm just going to turn around here and show a great shot of the channel. You can see the bridge off in the distance. Curves up and around like this. It is very shallow midsummer with low rain. It is. I have to lift my skeg in order to get through it in any sort of decent time. Otherwise, my skeg drags through the mud, and it is a little bit slow. Yeah, okay, wind, as I originally predicted, and then got all excited about. It looks like the wind is shifting. It looks like now it's coming straight from the south. If it's coming straight from the south, that makes me happy. That means I'm going to get some waves on my next paddle, and my next paddle up is going to be easy. Alright. I'm entering the channel now. It gets narrower up by the bend here, and as we come around the bend, we'll see the footbridge, which is truly a great thing about this lake. It's just a little added feature that I love. More than once I've seen people ride horses across this bridge. I have a picture that I will share. feel like we got more rain than I thought last night. It feels fairly decent so far, but really it's up past the bridge that where it gets really shallow. Even at its highest point, this bridge was easy to paddle under in the middle. Yeah, plenty of clearance today. Just love this view. I got some good cinematic footage of the bridge I'm paddling on now. I'm gonna come out around this corner here into a little cove-like area. We're gonna see the dock right across, but that won't be quite the end of the paddle for my 5 miles. My 5 1/3 miles. Ish. This is one of my other favorite views. This is coming up the channel from going counterclockwise around the lake. Oh, yeah, and the muck on the bottom here is catching my skeg. There's very low clearance here, but there is definitely enough to paddle through. If you're in a canoe with a slightly higher clearance, you'll be fine too. Yeah, I can definitely feel it dragging on the bottom of my boat. Off to my left, what is that? Or to my right. I know my left and right. I think that's a bird. Man, this is when I could use my glasses. Maybe it's just a log. I think it's just a log. Alright. Jake on a lake, paddling without his glasses. No, that is. It's a heron and it's resting. It has its wing, its head tucked up under its wing. I've terrorized enough herons today. I'm gonna cut this part out and just leave that guy alone. Alright, I've come out through the channel. There were a couple other paddlers, so I decided to pause on recording. We're coming around the bend here by the boat dock. In a minute we'll turn so you can see the boat dock. But there's a bunch of people there right now, so I'm kind of just enjoying the natural area for a moment. Oh, looks like a whole bunch of people are fishing too. I'm gonna get a wide angle view of this before any of their faces are even remotely visible and just show you the area. So here's the back area. There are often herons in this area. They hang out right over here by the parking lot lagoon. Right here in front of me I have a fishing dock, and off to the left the boat dock. And I go use the bathroom real quick. I'm going to get back in and head over to the island. Alright, coming around the big island. It does not look like the small one is occupied. I'm very happy. I have not yet found a good spot to get up on the big island here. Most of the shoreline is high like this. Today I'm hoping to find a good spot because I kind of want to see what's up there. Discover it along with me. But the south side of this big island, no go. This is the island. Lots of goose trap. Otherwise pretty clean today. just leaving the small island. I'm going to see if I can find a way up onto this larger island. I saw a couple places as I was passing by that looked like they might be promising, but I do not know it. Let's go explore. I'm looking up ahead of me, not seeing a great spot. Get a little closer, see what I can see. I do not know this island very well. Not seeing anything I want to walk up onto. Keep hoping to find a path spot. I know there's a little bay area over on this side. As I come around the corner, we should see it. Here it's looking a little bit better. I see some rocks along the shore. But still, I don't want to walk through that thicket. Hoping to find a path. Let's see if we can find one. What do we have here? Bunch of rocks right next to a wall of dirt. Okay. That would be a great spot to get out. I thought for a minute that I saw a clearing through. Apparently not. Apparently not. Keep seeing spots where I think there might be a path. Oh, heron right in front of me. If I can't find anything, the shore on the other side of this little bay area looked like it was doable. Man, so many little fish. You can see the ripples in the top of the water. It's all fish swimming around here. Yeah, this bottom is sandy right here. Ooh, that looks like a spot I could get up into. Looks like maybe somebody has. Okay, I'm gonna remember that spot. See if there's not something a little bit more obvious. Oh, hey. Okay, I've just come around the corner. It's a rocky, sandy shore, a sand bluff here, and I think I can just walk up onto it and see what's in there. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I parked by this little sandy bluff. I immediately found some garbage, so it tells me people have been here. Leave that there for a sec. Okay, let's see what we have here. Thick of trees. Thought there might be a little path, but not so much. Alright, it's okay. First time I've set foot on this island, and I think this island is just completely all natural. I do not think that there are paths. That is alright. Not everything has to be enjoyed by man, but I'm going to sit here for a second. Enjoy it anyway. Some daisies. Alright, leaving my little spot on this, the larger of the two outer islands. I was unable to make much progress up, but that's alright. It's really nice. Let's keep going around and see if we can find a path. I am now on the east side of the island, paddling through some wind. Hoping straight in front of me I'll see a place where I can get up. Maybe right over here. Let's give it a try. Okay. Yep. Solid. Alright. A cool view. Yep. Something thorny. Try to avoid it. Ooh, I'm seeing stuff that looks like it could be poison ivy. I'm gonna go scrub my legs off. Hope nothing bad happens. Alright, so I was gonna get up on the island right here, and then I decided against it. I just don't feel like it. If you get up into the woods here, please let me know. Alright, I think that's about it for the day. I am going to paddle back and call it good. At the beginning of this trip, I recorded some footage of me coming back into the dock, but it was so dark, it's not gonna look like it goes together. But let's all suspend our disbelief, because there's a lot of people out here paddling. Alright, so when you see the shot of me pulling up to the dock and it's all dark, that's really happening right this second. It just got weirdly dark for a second. Yeah.